So good evening everybody. I was asked to do a video tutorial on the Algae plane in ARK Survival Evolved in the DevKit. Um, because I found out how to create it, or how they've done it on the island, and then I found a way to do that on every water plane you want to. So what we basically want to create is something like that. Some kind of an Algae plane. It's quite simple. So we start with a river or lake or anything that you have. So just assume you have a lake or anything, and you want to create an Algae plane for that. So then you can go ahead and take the static mesh that you've used for that lake. Like either it might be the standard one, or you might have a custom static mesh for your lake. Then you just take that static mesh, and you can either use it directly, but there might be problems because we will use vertex paint. We will use vertex paint to paint the algae. So depending on how you've created or what static mesh you use, there might be not enough vertices to get detail on the paint. So what I've done is I've exported the static mesh of my lake and of my water plane, and then I've simply subdivided it in Blender or whatever 3D program you prefer. Don't do it too often though, because you know it's still just an algae plane, so it shouldn't have billions of vertices. So yeah, and then I simply re-imported it with a different name. That is the Swamp River Algae, or whatever you want to call it. And what you simply do as soon as you have that static mesh, you can drag it into the scene, and now it's Swamp River Algae 2. Then you can set the location to 0, 0, 0. And if you didn't do it already, you can apply the material, the MI Algae masked. I myself have edited that material a little bit, but that's just personal preference. You can just use the standard algae masked material, and yeah, apply that material, and it will be, well, invisible, because well, there's nothing on that material right now. So this is where the vertex paint starts. So you need to go into that paint mode, and you can, for example, take the RGB part to just see the static mesh, because now you can see it. We can disable the Swamp River, and now we can see the Swamp River algae. Make sure to have it selected in the scene outliner. And yeah. So now we can start to paint. Make sure while you paint, you you press down the control key, because otherwise it's, well, simply gonna. Oh, it might actually work. Lol. That is interesting. But make sure to simply hold down and press the control key, and then you can paint in that mode. Make sure to have the red, green, blue channel enabled. I'm not sure about the alpha one, but this one is working, so yeah. And then you can just go into that mode, and then you see, okay, there we have the algae. We can also go back to white, and then erase what we've done. So basically black is new algae, and white is the erasing color. I think you could use that one as well, but you can just do it this way as well. And this way, let's go back to black. And sometimes it's a little bit interesting. Make sure to have this strength to set to 1. That's why it was a little bit weird when I was showing it a few seconds ago. And then you can just mess with that painting a little bit, but that's basically it. That's basically how it works. Vertex paint. It's not that difficult. I would say it's not that difficult. And you can just mess with it, whatever way you want. Then you can create a beautiful algae. I've just realized this is the wrong material actually. I've used that one. Yeah, that's basically personal preference. I like that a bit more because I've simply changed the tiling a little bit. Nothing too fancy. But yeah, that's completely up to you. So let's conclude everything. You need your static mesh, the static mesh of the lake or the river that you've used. Oops, there was a Discord message. Sorry about that. Most likely cut that out. So I forgot where I was. You need the static mesh of your river. You might need to subdivide it once, and then you can re-import it. Apply the algae material. Go into the painting mode. Enable the RGB channel. The paint color needs to be black. Hold down the control key, and then you can basically just paint wherever you want, and then you have those two files in here, your normal lake, the normal BP Island water plane, which has the completely standard stuff in it. Then you have the second layer, which is the algae, and where you've just painted it the way you want. So this is, for example, how it looks like in my custom one. If you take some time to do that, just go over it multiple times. I'm still not 100% fine just with that area, because you know there's some. It's a little bit too harsh in some ways, but that's not the point. There was a pretty simple tutorial, a pretty easy one, a pretty small one actually. So if you want any other tutorials, just make sure to leave a comment below, and if I forgot anything in that tutorial, I will. Or if you have any questions to that algae plane, just leave a comment below and I will try to answer everything. Thanks for watching.